As we age, we all experience physical and mental changes. Do driving skills of elderly drivers decline with age? Do the driving skills of elders vary from one elderly person to another? What if an elderly loved one is no longer safe behind the wheel? How does one bring up the topic of safe driving? What options exist if an elderly driver refuses to stop driving? Hello, my name is Attorney Ramsey Bahrawy, and welcome to Your Money, Your Life. In this segment, my guest is Matt Gurwell of KeepingUsSafe.org. After retiring from a very successful 24-year career with the Ohio State Highway Patrol, Matt decided to fulfill his passion for improving highway and driver safety by launching KeepingUsSafe.org, a national organization with a mission to help keep older drivers safe. By consulting with professionals from several different disciplines, Matt has developed extensive knowledge in the areas of best practices, current vehicle safety technologies, and adaptive equipment. At KeepingUsSafe.org, Matt developed the Enhanced Self-Assessment Program for senior drivers. Matt, welcome to Your Money, Your Life. It's great to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, Ramsey. It's an honor to be here.
You mentioned earlier that you'll make recommendations with regards to somebody, an elder, not continuing to drive. Do you at all counsel families in terms of how to address that issue with a loved one? Obviously, asking someone to give up their license is a flashpoint. It's a hot topic. I mean, how does a family address that topic without creating hard feelings?
Well, first of all, let me say a flashpoint is an excellent term to use, and I might use that in the future, Ramsey, because that's exactly what it is. Now, what complicates this whole matter is what works in your family would not work in my family, and what works in my family would not work in the next person's family. So the family intricacies are very critical to how this whole thing plays out. In some family situations, you can simply talk to mom and say, Mom, we're worried about your driving. We're worried that you're going to become involved in an accident and potentially hurt yourself or someone else. And because of that, we'd like to see you give up driving. Here's how we can help to make sure that you still get to the places you want to get to. And that might work. In the next family, the mother might throw you out of the home when you suggest that. Or somewhere in between. So certainly there are some best practices for having those types of conversations, Ramsey. One is that those conversations for every family should start today, regardless of where your parent or your loved one is in this older driver continuum. Because by doing so, by mentioning, Mom, did you see where the older driver left Massachusetts for a loaf of bread and the police found him a week later in Boise, Idaho, thinking he was just around the corner from his house. But to generate some conversation like that, Ramsey, so that when it does come time to escalate the seriousness and the meaning of those conversations, it's a much easier process. So again, if I could suggest anything, that would be to talk to your loved one today about driving. It doesn't have to be that you suggest that they give up driving or even suggest that someday they might have to give up driving, but just open that corridor so that the two of you are comfortable about talking about older driver issues.
I agree completely with you, Matt. I would caution family members not to get into any argument or bully the older adult. Certainly have the discussion, certainly talk about it, but certainly don't bully them and tell them, look, you're unsafe, you can't drive anymore, because that's only going to start a fight, that's only going to create argument, that's going to create hard feelings, and it just isn't worth it. That's the only thing I would add. Matt, tell our viewers if they would like to contact you, how they can do that.
You can call our toll-free telephone number at 877-907-8841, 877-907-8841, or visit the website at keepingussafe.org.
Matt, that's a great place for us to stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramsey.
In today's world, we have drivers ranging from teenagers to the elderly. As such, the importance of safe driving cannot be overemphasized, as safe driving requires complex coordination of many different skills. Accordingly, the physical and mental changes that accompany aging can diminish those abilities. Moreover, these changes may be so gradual we barely notice them. For example, our driving skills can be influenced by slower reaction time, impaired vision as well as hearing, and loss of strength. Also, drowsiness due to medication or a lower tolerance for alcohol can have a big effect on our driving skills. As a caregiver or family member, watch for telltale signs of decline in the elderly person's driving abilities. Warning signs may include driving at inappropriate speeds, reacting slowly, ignoring traffic signs, drifting across lane markings, and/or having one or more accidents. A professional such as Matt Gurwell can help evaluate an elderly person's driving skills while suggesting adjustments to driving habits. Remember that driving is not necessarily an all-or-nothing proposition. Programs such as the Enhanced Self-Assessment Program on the KeepingUsSafe.org website exist to help elderly drivers adjust their driving to changes in their physical condition. Some examples of adjustments include avoiding driving at night, driving only to familiar locations, and avoiding highway and rush hour traffic. Talking to an older adult about his or her driving requires family unity and common understanding. To arrive at a rational conclusion, consult with an expert like Matt Gurwell. A good place to start is the KeepingUsSafe.org website. Check out the Older Driver Workbook. Don't forget to read about the Enhanced Self-Assessment Program for senior drivers. For in the words of Ben Franklin, an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. In closing, I would like to thank my guest, Matt Gurwell of KeepingUsSafe.org, for his participation in this program. And as always, thank you to you, our viewers, for watching Your Money, Your Life. My name is Attorney Ramsey Bahrawy, building your trust.